Hello, everybody. I hope that you all are doing well. This is OGL320 assignment. By the way, my name is Glory. Let me tell you a little bit about me. My name is Glory. I was born in the Congo. I'm a U.S. citizen. And let me go a little bit in terms of work. I've done a couple of work as a project manager for own my own work and sometime also for clients. I've worked as a marketing leader, as an account manager for Microsoft under global sales and paid advertising. And I am a world-class communicator, storyteller, educator, performance coach, entrepreneur, and podcast host, and also an author. I've written a couple books. I like to say that I'm an inspiring, creative visionary of new possibility. I lead through action and I innovate, impact, motivate, and generate results for teams and organizations. I help teams focus on their mission while growing customer value, customer satisfaction, and increase profitability. That's a little bit about me. Let's go to the next slide. What are my top skills, you might ask? I had experience working as an account manager, so customer experience, something that I am good at. I'm also good at marketing skills, knowing how to market a product online or market a service. I'm also good at motion design, like video, photos. I've also taken classes on that, and also managing projects. Those are the four big skills that I've used in my career. So let's talk a little bit about the project that I've managed in the past. I've managed some projects for work, as well as some personal projects. Some of the projects that I've managed for work include customer management. For instance, managing clients, managing customer, managing a book of business. I managed a book of business for Microsoft. I was in charge of $6 million book of business I was managing. Basically, the day-to-day business were calling, emailing, and taking care of customers. I've also worked for GND, which is an enterprise that focuses on class actions. So I've worked for them as a customer, a French and English customer expert. So I was in charge of talking to customers from different backgrounds in Canada. So I've also worked for Uber, which was here in Seattle, to expand the Uber market in Seattle. So those are a couple projects that I worked on as for work. And I also, under work, I also work independently building websites for clients and building video projects as well. And for myself, I also have a podcast that's called Rank Advertiser. It's one of the projects that I actually worked on, and also have a book online, and also I have courses online. That's a little bit about this slide. And for those of you who are curious about it, I would say. If you want to go to my site, it's called rankadvertiser.com/podcast. So if you type in any podcast platform that you have, if you type Rank Advertiser podcast, you see that's one of my podcasts. And for my book, for those of you who are interested, I wrote My Heart of Love, which are poems of love that are combined over the years. And that's one of the projects that I worked on. And on Udemy, I have about 74,000 students. Was one of the projects to create a couple classes online. So that's a little bit about my personal project. So let's go back in the presentation here. I have divided the prompts into a couple of questions, which is going to be 5 prompts that I'm going to answer directly. So let's go. The first one here, your existing competency and experience in PM, where are you at right now? Right now, I am at studying to perform and to build my skill as a PM. Of course, I've worked on a couple projects, personal project, work project, but right now I'm studying the terms, the language of PM, as well as the concept behind PM. That's why I'm enrolled in OGL 220, and that's why I'm taking this class, is to really build this experience, and this is where I am. So second questions, describe at least one project you have already managed and describe yourself as the PM for that project using PM terminology from the reading. I've managed a lot of projects, as you have seen. I've managed a couple projects, like personally, I've managed my own podcasts. I've managed creating courses as well. So basically, I went from scratch to developing the project charter, as well as delivering those products, working on deliverable, which were online courses. So I'm gonna go a little bit in depth on this one. So if some of the project that I can describe to you here, or some of the classes that I have online here. For instance, one of the most recent has been creating those marketing video, which was the concept behind the product was to show people how they could market themselves online by creating 10-minute video, and the deliverable were basically lessons that I had to share with people online. So that's one of the project that I'm glad that I worked on, and it was one of the personal projects where I needed to start by drafting the project, developing a curriculum, and delivering it to people online, and also marketing that online. And that project right now, I have about 24,000 students enrolled on that class, that specific personal project. So right now I'm going to talk a little bit about another project which is going to be work related. If you go on LinkedIn on my profile, you see I worked for a couple of organizations. The project that I worked on for Microsoft has been mainly of managing customers. So let's go back to the presentation. I'm going to take the next questions. The next prompt here, the next question say, describe what aspect of PM you are most interested in and why. One of the aspects of PM that I'm interested in is the planning, as well as the know-how in terms of responding into things as things comes. For instance, as a PM, we're constantly planning things and delivering work, but sometimes knowing what's appropriate to do could be quite challenging. For instance, in terms of timing, once you have a time lapse in a project, what should you do? Should you cut the project? Should you keep going? What I want to kind of understand what are the different options that we have as PM, what to do, and those are the things I would love to learn. And that's the reason why I want to learn those, is because I want to improve upon my skill as a PM. And that's the reason why I want to learn it. So we're going to go back to the presentation here. I'm going to take the next slide, the next prompt. The next prompt here, it's define and describe your role and responsibility for this course in relation to your summary of your academic and professional experience thus far. I think the big relationship between my professional life, my academic life, and this course, it is the realization that every single thing is a project, whether I call it a project or not. Is realizing that all the work that I've done in the past in my life has been project. So that is a realization that I've made in this class, making that connection, and that was just amazing. And those responsibility, for example, the role that I see in this class that I am playing in terms of in terms of this class is being a PM, knowing that, listen, I am a PM for this class. I am responsible for the deliverable, and I'm responsible for myself. I am the PM, and I am as well the projects team. So knowing the key terminology and knowing the role and what is expected of me, it is something that I have learned in this class, and I can see the connection with my previous academic experience by taking classes. Before I was thinking that I'm just a student, taking classes and responding to the teacher's request of assignment. So by right now, I am realizing that it is also a project. Taking a class is a project, and I am the PM for it, and I need to deliver on it. So let's go in the next question. Next question, it says, how is this similar or different? What is the title of your role in this course? In this course, the similar things, the title first, my title is a PM in this course. And the similarity and the differences are that as a student, I was mainly thinking of, this assignment is due. I gotta do this assignment and deliver them to the instructor. But the difference in this class is that the class sets you up. You are the PM. Now you're responsible. You gotta figure this thing out. You gotta plan. You got to deliver. In case there is a similarity in terms of work and delivery, and the big difference is just the role and the awareness of knowing the role that I am playing, I would say. So the next question is, what does that role mean to you? Be explicit and detail. Include a lot more than 3 or 4 sentences. So this role means to me that it's an experience. It's like an introduction to PM, and we're starting and building up on our previous experiences, whether it's work experience, academic experience, or past experience in terms of projects. In this case, in my case, for example, is understanding how I could utilize this class as a learning opportunity to work as a PM and learn the terminology, learn the deliverable, and deliver upon on them. And my role, to me, it really means that this is an opportunity to play the role of a PM in this semester. It really means that for me. So I'm gonna say go and take the third prompt, which says why you want and why you do not want of your experience with this course. I think what I really want from this course is to learn what are the terminology and the process of a PM. What are the different processes? I want to know the different processes. I want to know the different techniques of a project management role. How do I create a Gantt chart? How do I manage people? I really want this course to give me the understanding that I need in order to become a proficient at project management. So that would be one of the things that I would say about this course. And what don't I want? What do you now want out of this experience? I think what I don't want out of this experience might be to be confused at the end of the course. That would be something that nobody would want, especially me. I won't like to be confused by the end. I want to have clarity. And okay, the next questions in the prompt is you can address why these are the things you do or do not want. You can describe your best case and worst case scenario. Please analyze the situation you have experienced in which you receive feedback, and then describe the feedback you prefer to receive. I think that one of the things that is very important in terms of best case scenario and worst case scenario is learning. Whether it is a bad case scenario and worst case scenario. I learned from my experiences. Looking in the past and reflecting on the project that I've worked that has went well and went worse has been the learning. What is the most important things? For example, in the project that has been the worst case scenario is learning that the process matter. Knowing that what are the steps that I need to take. Having a plan matters. Having a due date matters. Those are the things that I've learned in the worst case scenario of projects that I've managed in the past. For instance, once I started building online courses, my first course was very, very bad. I would say that looking back compared to the standard which I am producing and delivering at this time. Why? Because I didn't have a plan, didn't have a process. So learning that from the worst case scenario and adding it to the best case scenario, now I'm producing a lot more good project because of learning from these experiences. So those are a little bit about the worst case scenario and good case scenario, I would say. So let's go in the fourth prompt. You say, describe where you are in your journey to complete your degree. If this is your first ASU course, please state that. This is not my first ASU course. This is my second quarter at ASU. I just transferred from Everett Community College, which I had my AA degree, Arts and Science Associate degree. And I've taken a year off to work, and now I am back and I am at ASU. My first quarter was last quarter. It was very amazing. And this is my second quarter at ASU, and I'm excited. And I am enrolled in organizational leadership and project management. That's why I'm part of this class, and that's why I'm excited. So let's take the second question. The second question says, how many online courses have you completed? So far I have completed about 4 online courses. So far 4 online courses. So that's my answer. Let's look at the prompt. It says, what degree program are you in? I already answered that. Organization, leadership, and project management. Do you also take face-to-face classes? No, I am not taking face-to-face classes. And the reason why is because I'm in Washington. Here, I'm 30 minutes from Seattle, and there is COVID going around, and I just prefer to take the online courses and connecting to my teachers online. It's much more easier for me, and that's the reason why I'm taking online courses. So our follow-up question says, what strategies have you been employing to succeed in your course? Some of the strategy that I've been employing in order to succeed in my course has been planning. Planning is a big element, a big piece of it. Planning, as well as working on my courses, my assignments, and delivering them on time. And the other questions in terms of it says, what strategy have you been using to deal with the impact on your life from the pandemic? Yes, from the pandemic, some of the things I've been doing has been, staying at flow, eating well, exercising, relaxing, studying, really making sure that I'm reading a good book. Online, I've downloaded Audible, and I am listening to books to really learn and, focus my time. I've been writing as well, writing a book. I'm writing the 21-Day Goal Challenge, which is a book that I'm currently writing on my free time. It's been one of the things I've been doing as well. So let's take the second questions. What have you discovered are essential that you need to succeed in a course? And then the follow-up question is, what are some things you have discovered you have to offer to others in your course to help them succeed? So let's start with what I've discovered that is essential that I need to succeed in this course. One of the things I've found out to be very important and essential to succeed in this course is being learning and reading the deliverable, reading what is asked of me as a PM in this course, understanding what the client wants, what the client needs for this project has been the factors that are driving success for me. Understanding what the client needs and delivering on the client's product. So that has been one of the things that's been working for me, reading instruction and delivering that. So what are some things you have discovered you have to offer to others in your class to help them succeed? One thing that I've discovered work best in this class to help others succeed is to share my experience, share what I know, what works for me, respond to the prompt, and read other people's comments, offer my knowledge, my expertise, and share what are my thoughts on things, on the questions that the client is asking. It's been very helpful. Sometimes I read people's comments and I'm realizing that leaving a comment is very important because it helps others. So I'm gonna take the last prompt here. It says, what's your plan to invest to accomplish your goal for the course? How will you manage your time to invest about 20 hours per week in this course? Be explicit and detailed. So the good thing is that I've already had a plan before the course started. So I wanted to plan things ahead. So one of the plan in terms of spending the 20 hour per week, actually I'm spending more than 20 hours per week in my studies. My plan is being to work and deliver everything on time. That has been my plan, and the way I go about implementing that plan is by making sure that I look at the calendar, the class calendar, and see what's due, when it's due, making sure that I'm aware of the item that is due, and also working and delivering on them, making sure that I'm doing the reading on time, that I'm commenting on time, and I'm delivering the product on time. So the way I've been spending that 20 hour per week has been on Monday, I would spend about 2 to 3 hours. So every single day I'm spending at least 2 hours inside the course. And making sure that I'm moving ahead has been one of the things that I've been doing. And the cool things I like about this course has been that we also have a calendar. All of my classes I'm taking, I go ahead and look at the calendar and I work on them and deliver on them. I love the calendar system. Is very helpful. And I've also made sure that I have my calendar on my phone so I could be able to see what's going on my phone, on my computer, so I am on top of things. So that has been the way that I've been managing that 20 hour a week. So that's it. Thank you for watching this. It's been amazing, and I'm glad I'm through with it. Thank you all. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. That's about it. Thank you.